around the office with the amount of tackling that they've done, but they've held in there. And as the scoreboard shows, we're at 12 points to 18, and I think, as you touched on, and heading into the half-time, Matt Palmer, the head coach for the Mangere East Hawks, may have been happy with the result as far as the score is concerned, but he'll be looking for a wee bit more patience from his team.
Okay, a couple of halftime results from around the ground, starting with the Crown Lift Trucks Sharman Cup, and there is an upset brewing out at Jack Colvin Park. 22-6, the Te Aute Roosters lead the Mangere Marlins, so an interesting result there, and I'm sure there'll be a couple of unhappy people in our office right now as well. Troy, Juanita Woodhouse in particular, the strapper and jack of all trades for the Mangere side. Now the Otara Scorpions, they're up 26-4 over the Newland Stags. And the big one that we had our eye on earlier, Troy, Bay Roskill up against Ponsonby. Well, Bay Roskill lead 14 points to 4 at the break in that one. So interesting results there, and they'll have big ramifications for the I guess, finishing order of the top 8 in that competition. In the Fox, the first division, Gonora up comfortable, 30 points to 8 over the Otahu Leopards, remembering that is a Rooster Challenge trophy game as well. Marist and Point Chevalier, they're locked at 6 points apiece at half-time, so obviously a grinding match there at Murray Halberg Park. And Northcote, they hold a comfortable half-time lead, 18 points to 4 over the Howick Hornets. So that's how things look around the grounds at half-time in the other matches. And do keep an eye on aucklandleague.co.nz in the immediate aftermatch of all the games today. We'll be bringing you match reports for both the first and second division. Check the Facebook and Twitter page for the latest results as well. And in the meantime, a big 40 minutes to come here now. And with Howick being behind at half-time, Mount Albert right now as it stands would go outright fourth. What a battle that is developing for that final fourth position, Troy. And not like previous years where we've seen that top four sort of be fairly well set by the final quarter of the season. There are 3 teams that are genuine contenders for that spot right now in the shape of Mount Albert, Howick and Otahu.
Makes it all the more exciting, because we just don't know with only 2 rounds to go. So keep watching ARL Live Stream TV, brought to you by our live stream partners Ctas and sponsored by SAS Sporting Apparel. And we've just run into the new marketing manager there. What a lovely lady she was. And looking forward to working with her as we get towards the last couple of rounds of this season.
Yep, SAS, wonderful supporters of the local game. The principal sponsors of the College Rugby League competition as well.
Mount Albert ready as we get set now. It's been a fabulous day for rugby league down here.
Here we go, boys.
And back to it we go. It'll be Mangere East with first use of the ball in the second half. Howie Brown has to reach high and bring it in. And he was a real standout in the first half, was Howie Brown. His general play and organising of the team.
Good strong carry.
Maloa that time carrying forward. Viliami off the bench. Latane V now gets to the play of the ball, and they got the back to Limoni, and Limoni turns back on the inside to Whangupo. Inside the half now, the Mangere East Hawks. They clear the ruck via Connor Brown. Brown to V, who plays out the back, and now
great tackle.
Met down low, chopped down by Falilua Malio was our 4. They swing it to Limoni, who steps back on the inside and puts a high one up. Pressure at the back here for Mount Albert. Milan Brown misses it. Corey Sita cleans up.
We can hear 5. Go!
Cortez Taulu, a try in the first half. Good running meters out of yardage as well. Cully now lines it up. Played the whole back end of the first half. Expect he'll play the first 5 or 10 of the second as well, although just as I say, they look to have picked up a knock, and now they break down the right, and it is Paiapalu now sums it up, gets the ball out the back, but right there. Mangere East pick it off. So promising signs. Paiapalu, he's having a wonderful game for the Mount Albert Lions. playing really well down his edge of the field. Set up a lovely try in the first half with a crisp offload at the line, causing some real issues down that side of the park.
Make sure you use our arms. Yeah, 19.
Latane V now looks like he's moved into sort of a middle forward role with Connor Brown on the field as well. So dual dummy halves, we so often see these days. Latane V shifts it out to Howie Brown, who puts the ball in over
Not a
the
bad kick.
top. And it's going to stay in. This is a troublesome one at the back for Mount Albert. Backwards is the call now. Corey Cta's got some real work to do. R4 just can't get enough of him
Dragging him
there,
back
although just about drags him back into the field of play. So well cleaned up at the back by Corey Cta there. And then Missy Tyrell, well, goes across field and then ends up offloading to the sideline. So a messy old start for Mount Albert to the second half.
Yeah, with me. Yeah. Talk to yeah, no, we're good there. He's marking there. As long as your boys are along with you.
Quite a stroll to setting the scrum in there, Corey. Just taking our time.
Yeah. Match officials enjoying a little chat there as well. Half the entertainment in these games, listening to some of the banter that goes on between the match officials. Big shout out to our officials as well at the Auckland Rugby League Referees Association. Now it's Howie Brown, sparks it up again. Just a brilliant ball runner. Now they clear the ruck. No, they don't. It's a dummy.
Right on it.
Corey Cta is shoved out of the tackle there now, and it's terrible service from dummy half. It's picked up by Big Viliami. Mamaloa. Brown. Lemoni had time money hanging on his shoulder. Almost ends up running into his own teammate there and is taken down. So they're going sideways but not forward right now, Mangere East. V back on the inside to R4. That was messy. Knocked on. They got away with the initial one, but knocked on in the end off the hand of Junior R4.
Everything else is fine. The last ball went forward. One on there. Everything else is fine. On me, fellas. Hold up. On that one. Scrum is here. Yellow ball.
We wait for the scrum to pack down.
Is it just me, or is there some sort of different rhythm in setting scrums today in this match? So a bit of a conversation going on over
Yeah, so it
far
looks
side
like
there with the trainer.
Howie Brown must have a bit of a head cut maybe, or
Let's go, boys.
there has been time off there which we've missed. We might see if our cameraman can just maybe take a minute or so off the clock if possible. Otherwise, we will check in closer to full time. Mount Albert now rucking the ball out.
Okay, 5, talk to 3 again.
And it's come loose again. Well, it is an error-a-thon all of a sudden here at Walter Massey Park. A messy first half for both sides, second half I should say, for both sides so far. Plenty of water being run on out there as well. Some big boys feeling it.
Yeah, no. I didn't see a rake. No, neither did I. I just saw a good tackle. Come on, get in, guys. Lock, get him in.
Great opportunity for the Hawks here, as long as they show some patience.
Fastest scrum set of the day as well. Troyer's Taimani now takes the ball to the line, just about goes through. Hanging on for dear life was Royden Gillett.
Yep, player. Yep, good.
Limoni short to Mamaloa, who centralises. Connor Brown jumps into dummy half. V goes to the line, had a 4 on his shoulder, instead took the tackle. Get a little bit of variety here. I'd be surprised if Brown or Taimani play heavy roles. Speaking of the man himself, Howard Brown dancing his way through. Not going to find a gap this time. Brown's looking back towards the centre, dribbles a kick in behind. That is a nothing kick. Although they're going to get a knock on, so they're going to be let off the hook there, Troy. But I just don't think grubbering for yourself in that situation possibly the best option. They probably need a little bit more structure to their attack right now, Mangere East. Credit to Mount Albert, who have actually had to defend a number of sets on their line in the last 7 minutes. And so far, kept Mangere East out despite a glut of possession. Fianganga. Brown to Mamaloa. They're getting there in numbers, Mount Albert. Plenty of yellow jerseys in the frame.
Yeah, he sucked in a few defenders. Could be something on here.
V to Brown. Brown plays short. Brings in Tiriaidi. Tiriaidi going to the line. Centimetres from 4 points. V.
Well, he just ran back into the same traffic.
Brown to the other Brown, and then shuffles it on to Limoni. Limoni's got his fullback Taimani on his shoulder. Now Taimani into a gap, dribbles the kick in behind. Was he taken out? No, he wasn't, and Mount Albert survived. Well, that is brilliant defence from the Russell Gordon Contractors Mount Albert Lions. 3 or 4 sets back-to-back up against their own line, and they come up with the right answers.
No hurry to restart from the Lions as they have an opportunity to breathe. Boy, some of the Hawks boys here have got quite deep, haven't they?
They're going to say that there was a Mount Albert touch in there, which I missed originally.
Yep,
so my
took it over the
apologies.
dead ball, correct?
Apologies for that one. Got the wrong side of it early on, and Mangere East now get ready to get back into it and do it all again. Vili Tukia, stalwart of this club. A 4! Oh, he gets decked out of the line, but brushes it off. It was Koma Sampson who came rushing out, and now there's a knock on. Wow. And it's Johnny Falilu-Amalio, I think, that's forced the error in the end. Just looking at our error count in the second half so far, Troy, and there are a number of them from both teams as well.
Yeah, that's the second for the Hawks, just in regards to, being on the ball and trying to mount some pressure. Mount Albert have had 3 so far, and that's what has probably put them under pressure being down here inside their territory. So they'll be looking to complete a set out of here and get a good kick away.
Get one back, go. Done.
Tyrell.
It's first time with the ball for some period of time as well, Mount Albert Lions. Corey Rapati. Look for a quick play the ball here.
A little bit quiet in the first half, Rory Rapati.
Holding off, they need to put him down.
Well,
Showing great strength.
He was dying to offload then and just couldn't get it away. Connor Brown reels away from that tackle. And a little bit of discomfort now. Joyce flat at the line.
Oh, handle.
Sort of ends up knocking on about 17 different times there by the end of it. And now Mangere East counter-attack. Louis Lahingoa.
They just build a bit of pressure here, show some patience.
So it's end-to-end stuff as Tukia just settles and takes them a few metres forward. Corey Sita up in the line that time to...
Lions come off on the far side here as the trainer takes him off. Great hit as he's gone down. One of the Mount Albert Lions are off. Trainer's going to attend to him, trying to bring him on. So they're a player down, could be on here, Corey.
And they need to probably give the ball a bit of air here. If Mangere East have realised, Brown I think may have, and they may spread the ball here. They know that they've got them stretched for numbers. Howie Brown brings Taimani into the back line. Taimani kicks in behind, and now it's a foot race. And the foot race is on, and it's won by Mangere East. And it is Lafu Fianganga who crashes over, beats them all to the ball.
Don't know how much we'll pick up on the SAS replay here, but at this point, there's a Mount Albert player down and off to the left of the field as the spread is on.
And this is just smart play, isn't it, Troy? You highlighted it, a man down, and Mangere East was straight onto it. Taimani, it's a brilliant kick in behind, and then from here, it's just all about the pace. Really, there is no one back outside of Corey Cta, I think, who arrives very late. Milan Brown doing his very best, not a lot he can do there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Corey Cta arrives
Great try.
too late. That is brilliant stuff, and Mangere East now have a chance to tie it up.
One of our live stream guys helping with cutting some bandage off on the centre here. Thank you very much, Craig Gray, for that.
It's Royden Gillett who has gone off, and he's limping a little. That knee is heavily stretched, so we'll keep you updated on that one, although it does look like Royden Gillett may re-enter the field here. In the meantime, there is a big kick in the context of this game to come up. Mangere East looking to draw even for the second time in this game.
Well, good to see calmer heads have prevailed there for the Mangere East Hawks. You know, certainly under the pump there, potentially in the first half. And, you know, here we are now with 53 minutes on our clock.
So 20 metres out. About 2 metres in from the sideline. Howard Brown. Attempt to make it 18 all. Taking his time with it, and fair enough.
Outside, away.
And it is away, and so it remains Mount Albert 18, Mangere East 16.
Let's go back a minute.
Keep an eye on the reshuffle that's going to happen here with Royden Gillett off the field. Whether they slide Rory Ropati a little wider. Does look like maybe Paiapalu might be going to fill that centre role, so we'll keep an eye on that one. In the meantime, we're back underway. Vili Tukia looks up and says, "Come on, boys, let's see what you got." Runs it straight at a couple of big fellas in the shape of Sampson and Mannix Rice. Brown clears the ruck, and they centralise Ropati that time with good line speed. Tail of two halves so far in this one. The Tane V gets collected high. It's Makahili who's got him, so a penalty to compound it. And Mangere East now with a golden chance to really start to build some pressure and find their way into this match.
It's coming straight up to our camera, boys.
Straight off
Did
the
good.
roof of the commentary box.
Oh, Grant loves that sort of stuff, being close to the action for the Ctas guys.
Salalisi is taken the ground by Ropati, and then they bring Halalilo, the former Bankstown Bulls player, into the action. He's a Mangere East Hawks junior as well, one of many in this squad. Now Vili Tukia lines it up and bumps out of the first one, but Koma Sampson is on hand. He's had a brilliant game so far in the middle of the park, his big Sampson. Out to the right, they fake and then switch left, and now Limoni plays short to Halalilo. Halalilo still powering his way through. Nicholas Halalilo! He's gone all the way! Nicholas Halalilo and Mangere East are going to hit the front.
Well,
What a carry from the big back rower.
SAS replay. Hawks now starting to believe. And Tasha, the general manager of the Hawks, will be putting free hamburgers on for everyone up the clubhouse this afternoon if they pull this one off. Great run, good carry. Carries a couple of defenders through. Fantastic try.
I'll tell you what, the key thing in that play, the ball from Ingelimoni at the line, it was flat and it was crisp, and it really just didn't give the defenders a chance to readjust. They've combined really nicely today, have Limoni and Howard Brown.
Yeah, Lamoni's had a great day today.
It's nice to see two halves that don't really stick to two separate corridors as well, Troy. They get in there and join in on the playmaking as well. Probably a more old school style of play. We don't see it a lot these days, particularly at NRL level, where a half tends to run an edge each. But some brilliant stuff there, and they had classy touches in the lead up to that one. Brown now to kick to give his side a 4-point lead. It's 2 tries in 5 minutes for the Hawks.
Coming in.
And Brown makes no mistakes. Burger King, Mangere East Hawks 22. Russell Gordon Contractors, Mount Albert Lions 18. Just a touch over 20 minutes to go here at Walter Massey Park.
And make no mistake, you don't want to upset any of the Mount Albert Lions, and I dare say now they'll actually, work extra hard as they come back to claw themselves back into this match.
And we know they're capable of it because their first half was completely different to what we've seen to start the second here. Making a number of errors that just weren't happening in the first 40 minutes. So if they can correct that, they'll quickly find their way back into this game here, the Lions, as Mangere East now look to work the footy forward. The Hawks have to keep completing sets. They found points on the end of the last couple. That time helped along by a penalty as well, as Steve Tongiu gets to his feet for a quick play of the ball. Limoni now turns Halalilo, the try scorer, back in front. And Makahili goes high again. They're lucky to get away with that, Mount Albert. Tukia ends up with the ball at the end of it. Simoni Makahili, he's looking to make an impact, but he's walking on eggshells in terms of conceding another penalty there. And now they go short side to Brown, who goes one wider. They've got to tackle up their sleeve here, the Hawks. They get the offload away again now. It's hot potato stuff. They've got a bit of confidence about them. Swinging out to Brown, who goes high. And the chase is a spirited one from Mangere East. Taulu under it. Up and claims it nicely. And then tackled by Salelisi. Corey Sita now coming in for a bit of work. Some good yardage. Aidan Awe back on for his second stint, which sees Falilo Amalio off the field now. Makahili carries up and gets the offload away as well. Awe is caught high. Play on the call from referee. Awe told to play it.
Twice.
Gets up and does so. Sampson, now they're up inside the 10. Well, that's a big error. That is a big, big mistake there from Mangere East.
So first penalty for the Lions in the second half as they chew off a couple of metres here and get down into dangerous territory. Lions on the prowl.
Working hard, 5, working hard.
Awe
3 as well.
centralises with Rice. Mannix Rice, another late call up here. It's that time of the year where there are a number of boys fighting to be fit to take the field, and a number of changes on game day as a result. Makahili now is tackled about 10 metres out from the line. Awe to Sampson. Sampson goes straight and hard. Coma Sampson under the posts, and the Mount Albert Lions hit back.
Yeah, you don't want to be resting on your laurels with Mount Albert Lions, as you can see in the SAS replay. Looking for a quick play the ball here.
Yeah, it's just a good run from Sampson. A little bit of footwork pre-contact, and then just runs through over the top of Tongiu and Vili Tukia. And with this kick from in front, I dare say Reece Joyce will make easy work of this one. And Mount Albert Lions will have the lead again with about 18 minutes to go here at Walter Massey Park. It's been a seesawing game, back and forth. It did look a couple of minutes ago like the Mangere East Hawks had really started to get a grip on the contest. As Joyce puts the kick over, gives his side a 2-point lead.
Yeah, you're right. There was a big passage of play where it was all going Mangere East way. And, you know, one simple penalty gets Mount Albert Lion back into it. They score off that. And really, from this kick-off, the Mangere East Hawks need to get down there and contain them and start going to work on their defence and get the ball back.
Ctas has to rush and collect that one and then gets bashed to the ground from Halalilo. Now Falilo Malio lines one up, and now they're sending the big boys at them, looking to get on a roll here, Mount Albert. Cully. The big bodies keep coming.
Yeah, class act this Mount Albert side, aren't they?
They can sense the game is hanging in the balance, and that's another gutsy carry from Samson. Left one on the ground as well. Halalilo looks in a bit of a bad way now, jogging back into the defensive line eventually. Ball has now come loose, and there's a knock on. So for all their good work and attack, Mount Albert get matched in defence by Mangere East that time. Good physical defence. They force the knock on.
Get him in. Fight.
Looks at this point in the game like Mangere East still have full use of their full bench, whereas Mount Albert, by my count, down to 2 on the bench. Lloyd and Gillett looks like in the background going through some warm-ups to try and get back onto the field, and it looks like he may do. You can see the interchange card in hand there, and now a good, great carry forward from Teddy Idy, who then promotes it out the back.
It's all on here on the left-hand edge if they move it.
Instead they go right. Brown is decked and up out of the line inside the 10.
Yeah, the crowd's loving that one.
11. You have your mark here.
I believe that could have been our first Chahu for the day.
And they're going to go
kick
for the
goal.
2. Well, I like it. I think at this point of the game, you lock things up and then you back yourself to go the rest of the way. You be taking the 2 here, Troy, or?
Yeah, good question, mate. Still need time to think about that, like packing down a scrum.
I tell you what, it's just as well you're not making the decision on the field.
Yeah. I think if you're mounting pressure down here, and the boys certainly, if you'd asked me a couple of sets back, the body language were Hawks, they would have tapped and gone. After that quick try down the end, okay, we'll have a conversion.
Well, there you have
Have
it.
a penalty kick.
An insight into the thought process behind whether to take the 2 or not, delivered by.
Well, I could have done the English and just done the drop goal at the 4th play of the ball. There's a bit of hush around the field too, isn't there? Tension mounts.
And flags go up. And we are locked at 24 points apiece. 15 to go here at Walter Massey Park.
And what a big 15 minutes this is going to shape up to be. So they get the ball back. They'll be looking to complete the set here, Corey.
If you're watching at home, don't go anywhere. We are set for a thrilling final 15 minutes here.
I think Tasha might be putting the burgers back in the freezer just for the moment.
Long one
Big
here, and
kick.
it's going to bounce and go out.
Did he touch it?
No, it's bounced.
It bounced on the field of play. It is going to be a dropout, and Natane V, he knows how crucial that could end up being here. Must have been very close to going out on the full, but now pressure about to come back on. Howard Brown to restart.
Not the ideal restart from the restart. Here we go.
Cully lines it up. He won't mind one bit. Eyes them up, but he's met. Good first up contact from Natane V and Connor Brown. Now Awe to Falilu Amalio. A little bit of footwork at the line from Big Salah. Awe to Joyce. Joyce goes to Ropati, who will settle right in front of the SAS uprights. 10 metres out from the line now, the Mount Albert Lions have done most of their damage through the middle of the park today. Most recently a try to Coma Sampson under the sticks as Awe jumps out, a dummy half, goes close, but wrestled down just short. Palu.
Yep, chasers are on.
To Wallace, messy one in behind, cleaned up by Mangere East. Called the ball forward here, so it's going to be a Mount Albert ball. I think trapped in goal will be the call. Just trying to hear there on the referee audio. Also got a Mangere East player down and back play as well. Maybe two Mangere East players. Now the walking wounded as we into the final 10 minutes here at Walter Massey Park.
I'm going to go early, Corey, and I love going early. Don't be surprised if you see a drop goal in this match.
The match in general or on this set? Let's clarify the bet here.
I'd like to think that the drop goal happens in this match.
Well, a very brave call from Troy Hardy.
Braver call, Corey sitting next to me.
So scrum to pack down eventually. And well noted by our cameraman, Grant Collingwood, that time has been called off. While Troy and I were cracking jokes about field goals, Grant was doing his job.
Good to see, because I can't hear Grant. Well, I got headphones on.
Yes, and with these very slow scrums, you do end up with some funny small talk taking place as we wait for them to eventually pack down.
Well, lucky Savannah didn't bring her guitar. Here we go.
Mangere East, well, they look like they're a bit of a push in that scrum, and now Tyrell comes in, and Samesi Tyrell takes three of them to pull him down. Big pressure on Mangere East now. Reece Joyce looking left and right. He will centralise via Sampson. Sampson runs into a little bit of traffic, steps his way through one, steps his way through two, but he's taken down by Halalilo right up against the line. Awe now clears the ruck, does a little pirouette. Mangere East right up against the line here. Slow play of the ball. Sampson to Joyce, and it's down around the legs and it's dropped. Reece Joyce puts it down, punches the ball away at the end of it. He knows how crucial that could end up being.
Mangere East may have got the get out of jail card on that one, Corey.
Credit to their defence, though. They showed up a couple of times, big time on that one, particularly to defuse that kick on the previous set.
Yeah, that's not the understatement of the day. D hard here. There's young junior. Famous trainer from Mount Albert Lions. Here come the Hawks.
So Monty feeds and they'll work it out. Tackle crept up a little high there from Ropati. Nothing malicious in it. Big set here for the forwards from this Mangere East team, who have been really good today. Particularly the likes of Halalilo, Tamua, Vili Tokia, who's had some big carries. The Mount Albert line speed right now, ensuring they are well pinned down this end. This time it's Morgan Salelisi.
Good defence, chat, coming from the Lions pack as well. They're looking for them to get up early on the line speed.
Brown swings it out the back to the other Brown, who gets a kick in up over the top of Milan
Great
Brown,
catch.
who brings it in. Nice soft hands from Milan Brown, who then looks up and sees the chance to make another 5 or 10 metres. Slammed to the ground in the end from Jacob Tamor. Will there be a penalty forthcoming here? Yes, there will.
And it's for the second effort, not the original contact.
And that's just silly there. There was really no need for that one. Could end up costing his team dearly. And these are little mistakes, Troy, that probably decide whether or not your team is contesting that top 4 or not.
Absolutely.
And unfortunately this year, Mangere East have tended to make these mistakes in late in games. So Wallace to kick for touch.
Lions coming back down the park. So there's going to be a big defensive effort here from Mangere East. .24 all.
Cully straight back into the heart, but Brown tackles bravely down low. Can weigh a fair few kgs in that particular contest. As now Sampson gets a bit of a hospital ball late and then promotes it to Aidan Awe, who accelerates into a gap. Tiriaiti makes the initial contact before Brown joins in and takes him down with Tongiu. Fighting for the quick play, the ball is Awe. Taulu clears the ruck to Sampson. Gets to a quick play, the ball as well. Awe now to Wallace, who thinks about handing back to the inside to Taulu. Instead decides against it now. Cortez Taulu to Reece Joyce, who sets for the drop goal. Reece Joyce hits it, and it's good. Reece Joyce gives Mount Albert a 1-point lead. With about 7 minutes to go, let's take a look here now. Awe. This was good work, this was smart work from Trent Wallace. It was always about setting up for the field goal here. Decided against throwing that pass there, and then from here, Howard Brown's the only one pressuring. That's a clutch kick from Reece Joyce. And we've got the old scoreline of 25-24 as we enter the final few minutes of this one, but we could not have asked for more in our live stream game this week, and it's a short one here, and it's claimed well by Tyrell. That is a crucial take from Smessi Tyrell. Mangere East must not panic here though. They've got to back themselves. Scored some beautiful tries today. Faliloa Malio sizes them up. Another good carry forward.
He's had a busy, strong day, that young man.
Would have to be a front runner for Player of the Day honours, along with Coma Sampson, who has been wonderful in the middle of the park. And is this a 40-20?
Flags up, Corey, over the far side.
40-20. And Mount Albert, the class is coming through. Trent Wallace, take your head off. That is a brilliant, brilliant play. Mount Albert won't be in any huge hurry here. Mangere East need to get back and get that line set though.
So we're actually coming up, I think, to pack a scrum there.
So the tap and the go. Palu will bump it forward. A converted try here, and you think it probably seals the deal for Mount Albert.
Nice work.
Awe to Cully fighting. Got the arm free. Was tempted to offload. Wisely holds on to it instead. Awe! And it's a penalty. They're going to say he wasn't square at marker. Right up against the line. You would think it'll be a tap, and they'll probably chew up every last second they can on this one, although
No, they'll kick, mate.
Reece Joyce is going to kick it. Chew up another 2 minutes off the clock.
It certainly deflated some of the Hawks players back there. The captain wasn't happy with that call. And the conversation took part there. You can see there it goes. And
Facial expressions say it all.
pretty much. Love to play Pictionary with these two.
It's an interesting call taking the 2 here, Troy. While it does let you chew up a little bit of time, it also gives Mangere East a chance at another short restart on the next play. So should the clock permit it, they will probably get another shot at them here at Mangere East as Reece Joyce now, as we go back live, prepares to line up the kick. Should be an easy one for Reece Joyce. You'd almost be tempted to deliberately miss this one and take the drop out. Instead, Joyce puts it over, extends the lead out to 3.
I'll go short again. No, actually, Corey, you go
And
short.
no prizes for guessing where this kick will end.
Howie, about.
It's going to be a short one.
You weren't back. You were leaning way over there.
What's it goes that way, mate?
Your hands in both.
Limoni, ball on the tee. And it's not really a short or a long kick. It's awkwardly in the middle, though it's put down. And now we have a game on our hands.
He's called that as a double knock on.
So it'll be a Mangere East ball.
Yep.
Now our clock will not be perfectly in tune with that of the match manager, ladies and gentlemen. You just have to bear with us on that one. What we can tell you is there is a huge couple of minutes coming up.
Get on some.
3 points is the gap.
Let's go.
A try could win it for Mangere East.
Come on, get in.
A spot in the top 4 potentially on the line for the Lions. Mangere East basically playing for pride at this point.
Great run.
Money steps his way through, just about spots them up. Salelisi is the dummy half. Darts out, goes left. Taulu is up. Penalty is the call. Up inside the 10. No choice but to tap and go here, Mangere East. And Halalilo will do just that and looks to burrow his way over. Nicholas Halalilo gets spun onto his back just in time. Falilo Amalio there with the crucial intervention.
Back to play.
Back to it we go. Limoni to R4, R4 to Brown, and now Brown looks to bring his back rower back in. Jacob Tamoa bumps and grinds his way to 10 out and then gets the offload as well. Away to Howie Brown. Look at the scramble from Mount Albert. Look at the effort from the Lions. They know what's at stake. Brown swings it out to Limoni. Limoni, he's got Taimani hovering in support. The short ball, Reece Joyce with a try-saving tackle. Limoni now, they go short again. Taimani, the offload, the second phase from Mangere East as Halalilo looks to charge towards
Great
the line.
defence.
But he's got half the Mount Albert team on top of him. This is thrilling rugby league as we enter the final couple of plays here. Now Howie Brown sums it up, goes to Tiriaidi, spins it out the back and stopped by Mount Albert.
What's the referee called?
I think we may have a mistake, a knock on in here. Mangere East are rushing to pick the scrum.
Titanic effort of defence by your call, Corey, and the Lions defence. Just outstanding.
Reece Joyce, the hit he makes out on this left edge, it's a dead set try saver, I think on Nicholas Halalilo from memory.
Hawks are going to feed.
So he's called a Mount Albert knock on in here. Well,
The tension mounts again.
if your heart's not racing at this point, get to a doctor, because this is brilliant rugby league here in the SAS Fox Memorial Premiership. Spin it out now. Limoni is on the ball. Taimani, the little bit of footwork, holding it up. Taimani! Taimani's gone through. Dakota Taimani! Is that the game winner? Dakota Taimani gets the ball, puts on the footwork, and over he goes.
And Tush has gone back into the freezer, and out come the burgers.
Incredible stuff. Straight off the scrum. It goes to Inga Laimoni. And doesn't he deserve a try here? Taimani, he has been brilliant all day. Just a little bit of footwork there. Just keeps Reece Joyce interested. Sells him on the dummy. And then through he goes for what could well be a very, very big try in the context of this competition. They lead by 1. And there it is. The Burger King Mangere East Hawks are going to do it. One of the upsets of the season, Howie Brown to kick. But it's not going to matter in terms of the scoreline.
It will to Howie.
So to put some icing on the cake, and what a sweet cake it will be, the Hawks, one of their best performances of the season. Howard Brown instrumental in this one, Ingeli Moni as well, but Natane V for me in the middle of the park, the number 9, just brilliant as Brown puts it over, and there it is. The Burger King Mangere East Hawks win this one 30 points to 27 over the Mount Albert Lions. And what a game. Do stay with us. We'll join you soon with post-match reaction from both captains. For now, a very short break.
Whoever was on the ball.
Well, Howard Brown, describe that one.
No words for it, eh? It's just a good feeling. I mean, look. That's what it is.
We can hear the boys celebrating in the background. Look, Howard, you made probably a pretty bad start, didn't complete sort of the first 5 or 6 sets, but then slowly found your way into the game. What was the confidence like as you headed into that run home?
Yeah, it was pretty low. Our confidence was pretty low, but like we spoke at half time, just to pick up our attitude really, and get our completion rate on it. Yeah, showed out there in the second half, come around the win. Big ups to the boys.
You're safe from relegation, probably not going to make the top 4, but what does this win mean for the team?
Gives us bragging rights. Also paves the way for our generation to come up. For those who are looking to play for Fox next year and the years to come. So yeah, it's something to look forward to for our club, and yeah.
Some big performances from your pack today, but your halves partner Inga instrumental again. You must be really happy with the way you guys are combining this year.
Yeah, I know. Something to call him my husband or my wife, but you know, it's just how you play the game. You find that connection and you gel well. So yeah.
Right, it's going to be a good night tonight, we can already tell. But Howard, enjoy the night, mate. It was a wonderful victory for the club and a great way to celebrate, obviously, the new facilities you got down here. So well done.
Yeah, no, thank you. Cheers.
So that concludes our coverage here today. A thrilling victory for the Burger King Mangere East Hawks. Thanks for joining us. We're live again midweek for College Rugby League, and we're also live again tomorrow for the SAS, my apologies, the Farrelly Photos Women's Premiership Final, along with the Pennant Final and the 16-17 Restricted Final. We'll see you again. We are live from 11:30 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Live league action. In 2018, the Auckland Rugby League is putting the game in your hands. Never miss a hit from New Zealand's premier rugby league competition. To get the inside edge on where you can watch the action live and free, hit up aucklandleague.co.nz. Live league action, aucklandleague.co.nz.